Subscribe for Reddit's controversial opinions. It's disgusting that when a domestic abuse victim is a man, people try to justify it. New evidence came out recently of an audio for Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's therapy session, in which Amber admits outright that she hit and threw things at him. She also gaslights him in the session, shouts and berates him for running away from her starting fights. All of this indicates that it was in fact him being abused. But where is the media outcry? When Amber came out with her story, she promptly became the poster girl of the Me Too movement. She was lavished with support and sympathy, while at the same time Johnny faced being cancelled and losing his contracts with Disney and Universal. People took to Twitter to express their solidarity with Amber, and now I notice those firm believers painfully silent. Some people are even agreeing with her, saying, "Oh, but did he die? Why did he stay and not say anything until now?" It reminds me of how far away we still are from supporting male victims of abuse, and how quick we are as a society to champion the women, even as it comes out that they were never the victim but the abuser. It makes me ashamed. This is a man who lost so much to lies and still did not say a word, and when he eventually brought forth a defamation lawsuit to Amber after an article she wrote about him, people foamed at the mouth to persecute him further. I'm just so sick of how men are treated in these cases, as if women could never abuse men. What a sorry state we're in. Sorry for the rant, but seemingly this opinion is genuinely unpopular, especially on social media. Just tired of the hypocrisy. Edit. This got a lot of attention, and I'm really appreciative of all the people who are coming forward with their stories, and I really hope you guys are living your best lives now, free of that bullshit. For everyone posting telling me this is a popular opinion, I posted this due to seeing the overwhelmingly negative responses to Depp even still after the audio was posted. A lot of it was both sides, "I still hate him so I don't care" type deals. Most mainstream media still isn't reporting as of my writing this, and that just wouldn't be and wasn't the case when Amber came out with her side. The sad truth is that men who are abused still face so much shame and belittlement and being pushed aside or ignored outright. It's fact. Sorry if you think this is a popular take, but I've seen enough to the contrary. Did anyone else notice at some point in the recording she says, "I'm giving you a Xanax, looks like you need one"? The other seems to be wearing off, so she's doping him. WTF. Here is the abuse. Fuck abusers. https://youtube.b/QKR3 or 6CVE. It's fucking sad. I've read some of the texts Johnny Depp had to release between him and her parents. Even her parents were gaslighting him. No wonder Amber is the way she is. She's disgusting and she's getting away with it. I hope her day comes soon. I think it's fairly obvious now that there is at least enough evidence to say it's stupid firing him from Pirates of the Caribbean, and also that the backlash over his casting in Fantastic Beasts was also overblown. I think the media doesn't highlight it because I think they perceive their make audiences as have a severe uncomfortable level when men are identified as victims. To the point it doesn't create money-making news. Men are just now starting to open up and share their stories. Men and women should support and embrace this. I think men in general are taken less seriously as victims of abuse, but this is pretty typical of most abusive situations. In general, the victim is the one who is ostracized and the abuser gets sympathy because they are good at manipulating. Amber says bad thing. Johnny, you just said bad thing. Amber, no, I didn't say that. Well, I didn't mean it. You said it. You made me say it. That's different. You're putting words in my mouth. That's your problem. I'm not lying. That's just a whole thing you've created in your mind. I don't want to sit here and talk about bad thing. Continues to talk about bad thing. So Johnny was in the right. This also applies to when men get raped by women. X used to get physical with me, and because of the size difference I always played it off as nothing and excused it. Never told anyone for years because I felt like I should have been able to deal with it and didn't want to see/hear their reactions. Of course, when I told people, they laughed and said things like, "What, that little thing used to hit you? What did you do to deserve this?" Or something along those lines. You want an unpopular opinion? The # Believe women idea was and always will be stupid. People lie, whatever they have between their legs. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying how the bad part of this Amber Heard situation is that it will make people less trusting of victims coming forward. Whilst I expect there is a little truth to that, reasonable people have always known there are false accusers mixed in with the victims and each claim should be judged in isolation. #Believe evidence. Justice and evidence has won again. I wonder why no mainstream outlet is reporting this thinking face. Edit, oi join my sub-criticizing Marvel and DC if y'all interested. It's like the one Jeremy Kyle episode where the guy was being abused, and he admitted to jumping out of a second-story window to get away from his partner. The audience laughed. Jeremy was outraged by it and started shouting at the audience, "Don't be sorry for ranting. You were justified." Abuse is abuse no matter who is involved. No one should have the right to make such accusations over anyone, unless there is sufficient evidence to provide a case. Props to Depp for going for that lawsuit. I hope it works out for him. Yeah, this all the way. Whatever happened to equality? I married a narcissistic alcoholic only because she was terminally ill and I didn't want her to die alone. Otherwise I would have left her before that. She was the typical narcissist who needed everyone to believe it was me who started the fights. She had a ton of issues from her prior marriage that caused her to imagine I wanted to be with other women. That was absurd because I was her caregiver and with her 24/7. I know I made the choice to be with her, so I'm not throwing blame. I'm just stating the professional evaluation results that came after her death. Between her diagnosis and her death I endured enough abuse to leave me with PTSD. Yes, I loved her, but being attacked for stuff you or imagined doing takes a toll on a person. To this day there are people who still think I was the bad guy.